What's up, guys?
Welcome back. Another day.
Another episode. How y'all feel?
Feeling good. It's a brand new Tuesday. Hope
The
y'all
assholes are out.
Huh?
For what?
I mean, people who are assholes. Oh, God. Cut.
The assholes are
The
out.
asshole stories are out.
They're out for summer.
That didn't make it better. The stories, people asking if their assholes are out.
Welcome to Unplugged. So what the fuck are we doing?
That was the best intro done so far. What are you talking about? It's gonna be some bullshit. See?
It's not though, actually. This is a serious one.
Okay.
We're talking serious. The dumb stories are for Fridays.
Hey, okay.
This one goes, it's another am I overreacting? I just realized that now. But we like these.
Okay.
Am I overreacting by stepping back from my parents after finding out how they plan to leave everything to my older sister?
Why and what did you do?
You just immediately blaming OP. You're like, what you do?
No, I'm like, why, first of all, would they do that? And what did you do, if anything?
Very true. It's coming from a 27-year-old woman.
Okay.
I have an older sister who's 35.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up, my parents were always big on independence and responsibility. They made it clear that once we became adults, we were expected to handle our own lives.
As it should be.
I really took that to heart. I worked through college, lived with roommates to keep my expenses down, and I built everything for myself step by step without asking them for help.
Okay.
It wasn't always easy, but I'm genuinely proud of where I've ended up. I have a stable career now. I'm in a good relationship. And for the first time in a long time, my life feels steady.
Mm-hmm.
My sister's path has been very different. She's never really been able to get fully settled. She has tried a few different jobs over the years, but nothing has really stuck. There always seems to be some new issue, some reason it doesn't work out. My parents have stepped in over and over again, helped her with rent, paying bills when she gets behind, and giving her money to help her make it through the month. For a long time, I told myself it wasn't worth keeping score. I figured maybe that's just how families were supposed to work, helping the person who needed it more. But a few days ago, when we all got together this summer, they brought up something that really threw me off. My parents asked to speak to both of us about their future plans. They're getting older, and their health hasn't been so great. So they've started putting things in order legally. During that conversation, they told us that most of what they have, including the house and their savings, will go to my sister.
Bruh.
Why?
Their reasoning was that she won't be able to manage on her own without that support. Then almost immediately...
Fuck me for getting my shit in order. I should have also been a bomber club. You know what I mean?
I should have also just been like, deadbeat, and they've been like, let me just do nothing so they can help me. Instead, you were like, be independent. I said, okay, I'll become independent. Now you're like, but you don't need us now. Then, almost immediately after saying that, they told me they want me to be the one handling everything else. Medical decisions, finances, paperwork, basically making sure everything is taken care of if something happens to them. So she got to deal with all of the actual work.
Bullshit.
And then all the money and everything goes to the sister.
So handling the finances, the story is not over yet.
No.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever felt that kind of quiet resentment before. It wasn't even really about the money. It was the feeling that I've spent my whole adult life proving that I can stand on my own, and that somehow has turned into me being expected to carry everyone else too. I tried to explain how hurtful that felt, but they kept telling me I should be more understanding. Since then, something in me has shifted. I don't call as often. I don't jump in to help the way I used to. When my dad asked me to come over and help sort through some documents last week, I told him I couldn't, and that maybe my sister should be taking on some of that responsibility. That did not go over well. My sister called me afterwards, sounding uncomfortable and apologizing, even though none of this is really her fault. I told her I wasn't angry at her. I was hurt by the way that our parents are treating us differently. Now everything feels tense, every interaction feels careful and strained. I feel guilty abandoning them, but it's unfair that I take on all the responsibility while my sister gets all the support. Am I overreacting?
No, I don't think so. Wait, the parents say that the sister will get the house and get their savings. And OP has to take care of the finances and the documents
The medical
and like the medical
decisions,
decisions
yeah.
and stuff like that. When it comes specifically to the finances, what does that mean?
Maybe just the paperwork around the finance. Because when you like move money over to a new person, there's a lot of paperwork around that too.
So let me understand this. So they want OP to make sure that their money goes to the sister while OP gets zero.
Literally.
So she's a free accountant.
Basically.
And then do the tax returns and shit like that so the sister can get the money.
So basically make sure all of the work surrounding it is OP's job. While
But if the sister gonna get the money, she should know how to handle the documents to make sure she does get that money. Unless she don't want the money.
she wanted now, of course.
So she should then be involved in like why didn't the sister say anything when this happened?
That's my thing as well. That's because like her calling the sister calling OP afterwards and being like apologizing and being uncomfortable and whatever doesn't matter shit. You didn't say anything during the moment.
In the moment I'm like it was shitty, but I can understand if you're also taken aback because it's
Shocked
supposed to
by
be
it, yeah.
it's supposed to be like you and your sister like getting, and then now they're saying you're
Just
getting
you.
it, so you're like okay, and then later you want to talk to your sister because maybe you guys have a different relationship together. You know what I mean?
Very
And you don't
true.
want to do it in
Very
front
true.
of your parents. To be like, oh man, that was messed up. Of course, like you'd get like half. You know what I mean? Like you and your sister can like agree on shit.
Very true.
You know what I
like
mean?
afterwards.
Yeah.
That's true as well.
Because if you say it in front of the parents are like, oh no, you don't need to give her anything. Like she's, you know what I mean? Like
she's got it. She's
they
fine.
can't even see this situation, so they're not gonna see like where you're both coming from.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to take it like later with your sister, so that's not a problem. But even when the sister was apologizing, why didn't she offer then like I can help out with so and
Yeah,
so?
or like I don't know how to do this stuff, but like you can show me and then I can help you out. So we can do it together. So, because also like getting all that money after, even if all the paperwork is done beforehand, getting all that money later means paperwork for you specifically. Because the bank could also be like, "What is this?" Like, or like whatever tax agency in that country, depending on where they are, could also be like, "So now you got to do additional paperwork afterwards," or like it could be a whole thing. So you need to learn.
That's a situation too because. Sure, maybe the sister's life is not going that well right now, but you never know what tomorrow holds.
Yeah.
What if it does get better and OP falls in a situation where her economic situation is not the best? What if, God forbid, she falls sick or her boyfriend falls sick and now they're dealing with finance. Like, now you've already given everything to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, to the sister
it could be
you
like
thought
after
was not gonna
y'all,
do, yeah.
then... You know what I mean? Like this was I've never seen some shit like this, but it's good that you're able to provide for yourself.
Very much so.
And you're independent in that way where you are not expecting their inheritance for you to be able to like live your life.
It's not even about the expecting thing though. It's the whole like you leave inheritance to the people who matter to you the most. And being excluded from that simply because you're fine on your own is a whole different beast. I like just not even anything. Like not even like a family home. Like even if you don't need it, be like, but this is where you had most of your memories. You love this place. Like
or like they could have sold the house, like, and then you divide the proceeds between the two. But
it's really easy to just be like, okay, we know your sister needs maybe the money, like a lot for themselves, but you can still get a part of something that's like important to the family, important to the parents as well.
Because even if she gets the house, I'm thinking, what's to say? Because with the house, you still have to pay mortgage, right? Unless by the time they go to the other side, they've already paid off them. But there's always something that you still have to pay with the house until like forever.
Well, the house always has
Either
bills.
the land,
it's like water bill or like
there's always something. So even if you leave the house to the sister, does that mean she'll actually be able to take care of that house?
Very true.
Or will she sell the house and keep the money and keep the savings? And then your parents are gone perhaps after, let's say 50 years, let's hope they live long, you know what I'm saying? But they're gone. So all that what's the paperwork that's gonna be? No.
It's just it's the exclusionary thing of like, but you're fine, you don't need us, therefore you don't get anything. And I'm like, it's not about that though.
And it's gonna be tense at home, which is fine, that's how relationships work. Sometimes you're good, sometimes there's tension, sometimes you can resolve it. Sometimes it stays. Sometimes resentment builds. It might fade, maybe not. You really never know. That's the beauty of human life.
It already has built up a bit of resentment just prior to the whole, I guess, inheritance thing. Was because she was like, you've been telling me since the beginning, take care of yourself because I'm not going to take care of you. So you did, and then you go turn around and take care of somebody else. You know what I mean? I would immediately just be like, but would you do that for me though? Would you do that for me if tomorrow I get fired? Or would you be like, I thought you were better than this?
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there will be some sort of resentment of there, like, being like, do you even love me? Like, in that sense. Which is so fucked to feel as a sibling.
Yeah.
Because it's not like I'm trying to be like, oh, I don't understand why they love you more. It's more just like, why the fuck do you not love me the same? So, and it can build resentment between the siblings as well.
Yeah.
We should really not be there.
So
the top comments, because the thing is, this one has an update. But, we don't have time for it now.
You mother feather.
We don't have time for it now.
Say that shit. Read that shit.
We don't have time.
No, we have time.
On.
No, we're not moving on from nothing.
Move on,
this is gonna be the whole episode today. Get to the update.
Top comments were
Nah.
So the comments first, nah.
Okay.
Jesus. The top comments were not overreacting. If they're leaving everything to her, then she needs to step up and do the hard part, because trust me when I say that taking care of aging parents is hard. Which is also a whole other fuckery aside. Another comment says, they will give everything to older sis who will piss it away and still expect little sister to help her out of the mess after.
And this is going to be after they're gone.
Everything should go into a trust and OP should be the responsible party, is what the comments are saying. So, yeah. But an update comes from the very next day. It's not super juicy now. Just a little. So after reading through all the advice and messages, I realized that the sooner I step back from the situation, the better it will be for me. I called my parents today and tried to explain how I felt. Part of me still hoped they might understand, even though I knew they probably wouldn't. I gave specific examples, how I've supported myself since college and I've never asked them for financial help, while they consistently stepped in for my sister when she struggled. I brought up the estate conversation too. It hurt to hear that most of what they have will go to her because she needs it more, while I'm expected to take on all the responsibility, financial, medical decision, finances, paperwork when things get difficult. It made me feel like my role in the family is based on what I can handle and not how I'm valued as their child. They didn't really let me finish. They kept interrupting and repeating that I'm independent and capable and that my sister isn't. So this is just how it has to be. Okay. I'd be like, so I'm going to put you in a home. That's what I'm going to do.
You'd be like, why don't they look?
When I said that it still feels unfair, they got defensive and told me not to expect anything from them. At one point, they even said that if I truly cared, I should be helping more with my mom's care. That was the point where something clicked for me. Being capable doesn't mean I don't have limits, and it doesn't mean that I should carry everything. I told them I couldn't accept a situation where I'm excluded from support but expected to take on all the responsibility. I said they should completely remove me from their will and any roles like executor or medical power of attorney. I don't want anything from them, financially or otherwise. I also told them they should plan accordingly, whether that means hiring help or making other arrangements, because I'm no longer willing to take that on. The call ended badly. There was a lot of yelling and crying, and I eventually hung up. But afterwards, I felt something that I hadn't felt in a while. Relief.
That says a lot.
Like a weight that I didn't even fully realize I was carrying was finally gone. I have a good life, I have a supportive partner, a stable home, and I'm preparing to start my PhD.
Oh, shit. Get it.
Hey, girl. We even started talking about starting a family. For the first time, I feel like I can focus on my future without this constant sense of obligation hanging over me. I don't know what happens next to my parents, but I'm sure things will stay tense for a while. But for now, I feel at peace with the boundary that I set. And that's the update.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I was expecting, but I think this went better than I thought it would.
I think definitely it went better because it's difficult when it comes to parents, especially parents who did not even like abuse you or did treat you badly in the beginning or like, you know what I mean?
But this is in a way like some
In a
sort
way.
of, like
In a way.
I don't know if I can call it abuse. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Just not neglect.
Emotional neglect or like
something like that, yeah. But it's also things that came now as adults. It's not like I don't think when they were kids they were doing this.
Otherwise, you would have mentioned something.
Exactly. So I think they had like a good relationship with their parents growing up, and then once you were grown, they were like, "Ooh, I don't know about this," which could sometimes be even worse. Because it's easier to cut off people who are like, "You're just straight up bad." You know, you suck. You are actually just detrimental to my health, my well-being, my happiness. Like, it's so much easier, not so much, but it's easier to cut those people off rather than people who are like, we were good. Like, we were good for the longest time. And then all of a sudden now I'm like realizing, ooh, we're no longer good. So how do I end that? You know?
That's horrid.
Like, that's difficult.
They might come to and realize chances are limited. Very limited.
Very limited.
But perhaps if when they see that, okay, with the oldest daughter, she's definitely not going to do what she needs to do. And
at 35,
we better start getting on the queue to the elderly home or get home service, home nurse, something like that. Sometimes the reality has to hit you because you're facing the consequences immediately. Like, you know, they have to face one of the consequences of not having younger daughter around for them to feel the impact of this. Sometimes it do be like that.
Also, it's like not wild, but it's weird. It's different because the situations are reversed. Usually it's the younger who is the one they're babying and the older is the one who has to take on all the responsibility. So this situation, for it to be so flipped, it's really interesting to me. I don't know. It's just, yeah. But I think I'm hoping that they're going to come to their senses. I'm hoping that when they go to their friends and be like, you won't believe my daughter. She said this. And then the other parents be like,
do you think they would ever put it like that?
Oh, they might sugarcoat it like to the high heavens. But it's also like, if they bring up like the inheritance thing, for example, and be like, we're going to leave everything to our oldest daughter. They could be like, wait. Like,
so you want her to...
Like, you sure about that? That don't seem right. Like, I don't know.
But all the best luck. Keep us updated. I would like to know.
This was still recent. This is from like end of June. So there might be another update sometime. We don't know.
We'll keep track of that.
We'll keep track of it.
All right. Am I the a-hole for not answering my girlfriend's phone call while I was having dinner with my family? My girlfriend, 33, and they're both 33, have been dating for over 1.5 years. We're long distance, US and Canada, but we see each other every month. Not a big deal. Plus, we text and call pretty much every day depending on our schedules. I've always been consistent in the relationship. I'm honest and transparent as she is with me. About a week ago, I was having dinner with my family when my girlfriend called me.
About a week ago.
Oh my God, that was what, like 12 years ago?
Don't say that to me. I'm a youngin'. I'm so young.
With what knees?
I'm young now. At heart.
About a week ago, I was having dinner with my family when my girlfriend called me. I texted her that I was having dinner with my family and asked if I could call her back. Not a big deal, or so I thought. I left a voicemail and tried calling her the next day. No response. I tried again the following day. She sent me a text that she couldn't talk at the moment. I left that as it was. If she's not willing to communicate, then there's not much I can do about it. Yesterday evening, she called my mom and told her that she was upset at me because I didn't answer her call while I was having dinner with my family.
Wait, hold the phone. How long were they together? Literally. 1.5 years.
Yeah.
1.5 years of being together, a long distance this whole time.
But seeing each other every month, because I guess he would fly there the next month. She flies. So, I guess.
Okay, but still, yeah.
So they've met each other's families.
Oh, okay, because I was about to be like, how the fuck does she? Okay, but sure. And she called his mom then.
Yeah, to tell her that she was upset.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
She told my mom that if I call her when she's having dinner, she picks up my call. My mom called me about it. I told her that I did text and called her as I promised. My mom didn't think that should be a reason to be upset for a week. To be honest, I'm not mad, but I don't like the silent treatment, passive aggressiveness.
Yeah.
As an adult, if there's an issue, communicate directly about it. It makes me feel that it's her way or the highway.
100%.
And that's not how relationships work. Am I the a-hole?
No, you're definitely not. That's a wild behavior from one. It's another thing if they had, okay, it's another thing if he was like, I'll talk to you tonight at this hour, and then forgot that he was having dinner, and then she's calling and he doesn't even text back, just like doesn't answer. Then I can understand being upset because the whole relationship, when you're having a long distance relationship, you're depending on the calls. So it might not seem a lot to people who are not in those relationships, but when you're in it, you're just like,
That's what the only contact you have with the person.
That's the only contact you have. That's how you keep the relationship floating. So if you don't call, and especially if you don't answer, but you don't give a reason for it, you can be in your feelings about it. I can see it.
But I'm thinking, I mean, like when he calls and she's having dinner with her family, she picks up, right? They've been together 1.5 years. Is this the first time that she has called when he's having dinner with the family and he hasn't answered? Because if this was the first time, I'd be like, I don't know. Or like, has he said before, oh, when I'm having dinner with my family, I'm probably not going to pick up, but I'll like text you, I'll call you the next day or something
or
like
it could
that.
be an important dinner.
Because otherwise, this, like, he wouldn't be asking this question now. If this has happened before, they would already had that discussion.
No, he's asking in a way where he's like perplexed. He's just like, this never happened before.
So it's the first time. That's why I'm like, I mean, I feel like we're missing like a lot of context in it by itself. Because there's no way she'll be mad now 1.5 years later when you've definitely had dinner with your family before. Yeah. And she's probably called or you've been like, oh, I'm having dinner. You know what I mean? So I'm like, there's something else. That's why I
asked you how long they were together. I'm like, if this has been like 3 months, I'm like, okay, she's a rational leave. Like, I don't know what the fuck this bitch is on. But it's been 1.5 years, and I'm assuming that every single time you've called each other, someone has not been a single moment where someone could not answer. You know what I mean? There must have been before. So if this is the first time. Is it
because it was dinner with the family, or is it because you didn't answer? Maybe y'all had an argument before.
Maybe.
Or like, you know, there's so much like that's missing in this. I'm just like, but the story in itself, it don't make too much sense to me.
It really don't.
Like for her to be mad now because you was having dinner with your family.
No,
unless you got mad before when she didn't answer your call, when she was having dinner with her family or friends. And then now when she's doing the same thing, now you don't want to like, you know, I don't know. Like,
my mind is going crazy. I'm like, maybe she's suspecting him of cheating or something. And that's why she's like, but you usually answer when I call and you didn't answer this time. It's like, I'm busy with my family. And she's like, I know your family. You could have answered. You know what I mean? Like, even for a second, just to be like, hey, babe, say hi. Okay, I gotta go. I'll call you later. And then put it down. Like, you know, it's like, I don't understand. I really don't understand why. And then the silent treatment.
But the mom seemed to be, in a way, like agreeing with both of them, you know, like
it is a little wild. The
mom had to call you about it, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Yeah, to go around like, and then call the mother. I'm like, if you have a problem with me.
But the mother was at the dinner, so you know what I mean?
It's and like, you waited like a week or whatever it was to call her. Like, you didn't even wait. You didn't do it the next day or the same night. You were silent for a week. You were giving like tempered.
For a week? I don't.
Oh, was not what you said?
Let's see. I think it's been a week of the passive aggressiveness.
Yeah, and
yesterday evening. Oh yeah, a week, yeah.
Yeah, so a week of passive aggressive silent treatment, whatever. Then she goes and calls the mother. Yeah. Because he's not getting that she's upset. He's just like, I figured she was busy. I figured she was busy. We'll talk later.
Oh, what does mama even say about it? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
why are you involving me, first of all? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why am I here? Am I now supposed to like talk?
That's why I'm like, it wouldn't have been weird, as you said, if he like took up the phone and was like, oh, sorry, like I'm having dinner with everybody.
I'll call you back. Like, just simple.
But the thing is, he sent her a text like immediately, like, oh, I can call you a bit later.
So or it could be like in that moment during the dinner, they were having a deep discussion about something. He didn't want to interrupt it to answer, so he texted. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of situational things we're missing that I simply have no idea how to respond appropriately.
That's what I can say. According to the story, you don't seem like you're an a-hole. But because I feel there's so much context missing, you might be.
That's what we're feeling. Watch the like next update to be like, she's like, so I'm getting all ready because I saw the story and I gotta tell you the full. I love when they do that. It's so fun.
Yo.
There's one story. I wouldn't have time for this. Maybe I'll actually read it next time. There's one story that's so good.
So somebody saw somebody else's and then like put their own post. Did they tag the other person?
Yeah. Because you know how like people are like, I'm gonna change their names, and then like the story is exactly the same, and so someone will go on Reddit and see it and be like, is this bitch talking about me? And then they'd be like, let me put my 2 cents in it.
Well,
I'll read it next time.
Now
That
you
shit is
have
so
a
fun.
juicy one for another time.
I just keep taking over this this podcast on Tuesdays and be like, I got a story. Let's just read it all.
That's okay.
All the updates.
Because I like the juice.
The juice is
Anytime
impeccable.
I'm there for it. I don't want to be involved in it, but I like to hear it.
Stay tuned. Next
You
week.
guys can recommend some stories for us to read.
And stories if you've seen that are like insane or just like top tier, drama, messy, hit us with it, please.
You know where to do that.
Because you know you love our reactions, huh? We're funny. We're great.
We're hilarious.
And so humble.
Anything else in the end?
I have nothing else.
All right. So while y'all enjoy the episode, like, comment, share, subscribe.
All the good things.
I was going to see y'all in the next one. Ciao.